£1 from Liverpool in 2004. Clearly taking the saying the best form of defence is attack way too seriously, Real Madrid were either blind or blinded by greed. Since Beckham's signing, Real had found little success on the pitch, and in May 2004, coach Carlos Queiroz was shown the door. Despite having little influence in the team's choice of signings, Queiroz became the second manager to lose his job during the reign of Perez. Initially, it was Vicente Del Bosque who was sacked to make way for Queiroz. Del Bosque had been a very popular coach and was at the helm at the height of the Galacticos' success. It was widely speculated that Del Bosque was eventually sacked for sticking up for the lesser names at Real Madrid and for going against the president's master plan. It is also rumoured that Del Bosque, like many of Real's fans, opposed the signing of David Beckham for all the obvious reasons. He allegedly washed his hands of the whole affair. Whether or not the rumours are true, Del Bosque was gone from the club before Beckham arrived. Since his forced departure, high tensions have led to the sacking of 4 managers and 4 football directors. But none of these moves changed Real's fortunes on the pitch. Zidane continued to do what he could for the embattled club. Although he was now in the twilight of his career, the 30-year-old continued to give 110% in every match, although 2004-05 was a very lean season by his standards. With all the commotion in the boardroom, it was no wonder he struggled. For a footballer who played for the love and fun of the game, he would have found it extremely difficult to enjoy himself with football politics ruining his club. Despite being surrounded by such negativity, 2004 had at least one positive professional moment for Zidane, and it was a major one. In fact, it may very well have made his year, if not his career. In April, Zidane won the Golden Jubilee poll and was named the best European player for the past 50 years. This poll received over 7 million votes, and Zinedine Zidane just scraped in ahead of German legend Franz Beckenbauer by just over 1,000 votes. In third place was Johan Cruyff. Coming towards the end of his playing life, this acknowledgement of his incredible achievements and magnificent career placed him above the legends of the game that he would have idolized during his childhood in the streets of Le Castellan. It was a testament to his remarkable talent and dedication. After another quiet season with Real Madrid the following year, Zidane announced his retirement in April 2006.
I took
the decision to retire after thinking about it for a long time, and also to allow Real Madrid to plan their next season, giving them enough time to look for other alternatives, other players, if that's what they want to do. On May the 7th, 2006, he played his final home game, scoring in a 3-3 draw with Villarreal. His teammates wore commemorative jerseys with Zidane 2001-2006 stitched below the club logo. The Galacticos were no more, but Zidane had one more journey to make in his legendary football odyssey, the 2006 FIFA World Cup. The World Cup, a contest in which legends are born, heroes are made, and only the very best survive. With the experience of 2 World Cups behind him, Zidane already knew what it takes to win. The 2006 World Cup was his stage, his opportunity to thank his fans, coaches and teammates for all their support throughout his career. In 2002, Zidane had been struggling to get 100% fit in time for the tournament. He had a thigh injury which prevented him from playing in France's opening group matches. Without Zidane to steer them, France looked lost. The defending champions looked nothing like the side they had been 4 years before, or even 2 years earlier at Euro 2000. France had to win their final group match to stay alive. Zidane was to play despite being injured. Team captain Marcel Desailly hoped that Zidane's presence alone would make the difference.
And for sure, if he's there, then it's something more. Maybe it will not be the player who will make the difference, but the fact that he's playing, then maybe Danish they will concentrate, they will put two players on him, and maybe we'll have other opportunity to score. That's the difference with Zidane, when he's there and when he's not there.
France lost 2-0 and were embarrassingly eliminated from the World Cup without scoring a goal. The formerly powerful national team went into Euro 04 as defending champions. Zidane was fit, however they were unable to get past an impressive Greece in the quarter-finals. This broke Zidane's heart and he retired from international football. However, after seeing France struggle to qualify for the 2006 World Cup, the midfielder, who claims to love his country just as much as he loves football, was swayed by manager Raymond Domenech. On the 3rd of August 2005, he announced that he was coming out of retirement. He was immediately reinstated as team captain, and under his guidance, France qualified for the 2006 World Cup, showing glimpses of their former championship-winning form. With memories of his 2002 disappointment fading fast, Zidane knew that this was his World Cup. The French team was stronger than last time, and he was at the top of his game. Zidane and Les Bleus were on a mission to recapture their 1998 form.
Et le reste dans les jours qui viennent est point.
We are all ready for a great competition. We have to tell ourselves that if we want to succeed and achieve something exceptional, we all have to push ourselves. That's it. France opened their account with a dismal performance that drew comparisons with their previous World Cup campaign. They were lucky to salvage a 0-0 draw against Switzerland in their first game. Clearly, Zidane wasn't satisfied with that result. Desperate to succeed, in the closing minutes of France's second match of the group stage against South Korea, Zidane was yellow-carded after pushing an opposing defender. It was his second booking of the tournament and resulted in his suspension from the final match of the group stage. Memories of a Zidane-less France came flowing back, and needing to win their last group game to guarantee selection, Zidane's playing future lay at the feet of his teammates. France advanced to the knockout round after beating Togo 2-0. Zidane returned to action in the second round match against Spain, setting up Patrick Vieira for a goal by sending a free kick into the penalty area. He scored himself in the 91st minute. The victory sent France into the quarter-final against defending champions Brazil in a rematch of the 1998 final. France held the more fancied Brazil to just one shot on goal for the entire match. Zidane, creative as ever, took a free kick which led to a goal by Thierry Henry, sealing a 1-0 win. In the semi-final against Portugal 4 days later, Zidane netted a penalty for the only goal of the match, which saw France through to the final against Italy on July the 9th, in what would be his career finale. The fairy tale ending was his for the writing. Zidane looked destined to end his celebrated career by winning his second World Cup. With Brazil already out of the competition, his team went into the 2006 World Cup final as favourites to beat Italy. It was a final that would come to be remembered for many different reasons. The game got off to a frantic start, with both teams scoring in the first 20 minutes. Zidane scored for France, becoming only the fourth player in World Cup history to score in two different finals. The match then turned into a defensive arm wrestle, testing the mental strength of both sides. Late in extra time, with the score still tied at 1 apiece, Zidane was in the thick of the action, and with a piece of sheer brilliance that only Zizou can manufacture, he drilled